When it comes to the president, the media utterly refuses to give him an ounce of benefit of the doubt. It's not enough that he's surrounded at his daily press conferences by a team of scientists and doctors. No. The media insists that he refuses to listen to those experts' advice. Never mind the fact that he lets the doctors and the scientists speak at the press conferences. Now, many in the media are no longer even showing up because they say there just isn't any news at these press conferences. Look at the coverage on just Mike Pence. Why would Donald Trump put him in charge of the coronavirus response team? I mean, he doesn't even believe in science. See, here he is praying in the White House, photographic evidence that he hates science. Let's look at some of the media's other greatest coronavirus hits so far. In late February, from the Politico, headline reads, Trump rallies his base to treat coronavirus as a hoax. Except that didn't happen at all. His words, shocker, were taken completely out of context. You know your slant is bad when even the Washington Post fact checks your story and gives you 4 Pinocchios. Then, in case you missed this super classic, Reuters, The Guardian, NBC News, and several other outlets ran with a story that was first published in a German newspaper. The story claimed that President himself, the president, was greedily trying to buy exclusive access to a German pharmaceutical company that was working on a coronavirus vaccine. And Trump's evil plan was to move the company to the U.S. and make the vaccine for American use only. What a story! Except it's completely untrue. The German company tweeted a denial of the story, saying, CureVac rejects all allegations from the press. But of course, there's no retraction so far from any of those outlets. 2 weeks ago, during one of his White House press conferences, President Trump spoke positively about a new drug. Actually, it's a very old drug, which was shown promise in treating coronavirus through early testing so far. I saw the conference. He didn't say everybody should start taking this. It's great. But that didn't stop CBS News from pinning the death of an Arizona man on Trump. Here's their insane tweet. Man dies after taking drug touted as coronavirus treatment by Trump. Well, as we found out when he actually took more than 5 seconds, the actual story headline that links to the story isn't much better. Trump kept saying it. It was basically pretty much a cure. Really? No, in fact, the president did not say, ingest the additive used to clean your fish tank. Not even close. In fact, the latest on the story that broke today is that the wife has a history of mental issues, and it was her idea. Oh, and she's a Democrat and not a supporter of the president. But why? Why stop with that one death? According to CNN, Trump is apparently responsible for poisoning Nigerians as well. See the media's easy narrative here? Trump endorses a drug and people are poisoned and killed, which is exactly what he wants because, he's evil. It had to chafe the media just a little bit when over the weekend they found out that the French government officially sanctioned that drug, chloroquine, as an effective treatment for certain patients who have coronavirus. And it drove them out of their mind for Politico to have to report on Sunday that the FDA now has authorized this drug for coronavirus treatments. It chafes them because their subheadline says it all. Quote, the drugs have been championed by President Donald Trump as treatment, despite scant evidence. Not even FDA approval is enough for these clowns to admit that something Trump spoke positively about might actually work. Maybe because they're next door neighbors, the Washington Post specializes in not letting the coronavirus crisis go to waste as an opportunity to dump on Trump. Here are some of their recent headlines. Trump's effort to bury the truth about coronavirus fiasco is failing. This is the most dangerous thing Trump has done yet. America's civil religion is capitalism. Trump's coronavirus proves it. The media must stop live broadcasting Trump's dangerous, destructive coronavirus briefings. Oh my gosh. Do they even care about the country? Last week, when the president tried to sound positive and hopeful about reopening the country by Easter, the media jumped on, he's an idiot. He doesn't even listen to the experts. He just wants to sacrifice old people to save the economy. CNN spun this news by saying, quote, Obama urges Americans to continue social distancing despite Trump's wishes to reopen the economy. Reopening the economy and social distancing, they're completely separate. And also the fact that the president never said for people to stop social distancing. But with just a little effort, you too can write completely misleading headlines that insinuate the things that the president never said. The mandate at CNN seems to be to twist everything, no matter what it is, to make Trump look bad. So they turn his positive comment about the total amount of U.S. coronavirus testing into a fact-checking gotcha, which they put on screen during one of his press conferences last week, claiming, Trump incorrectly says, that the U.S. has tested more than anyone. The problem with that little fact check is that the president never mentioned per capita numbers. In total number of people tested, which is what he said, he is correct. The U.S. has tested the most. Call me crazy, but ordinarily a news report would be about what the person actually said, not about what they actually didn't say.